We're still in session. Welcome, Minister Breen. You're very welcome. And we're on to the next item. Senator Neale Richmond. Over to you, Neale.
I'd like to welcome the Minister to the House and thank him warmly for taking this commencement matter this morning. I would also like to extend my thanks through the Minister to Minister Humphreys for the reply to the letter I sent her in September around this area already. And Minister, there's three key areas in relation to work permits that I'd like to address this morning. That is something that I think is getting a bigger and bigger problem, to be honest, to the state. The first is the situation of the applicants, those who are waiting either the 8 or 12 weeks average time for their work permits to be processed. These are people that are living in absolute limbo, who've come here maybe under other arrangements, or they're waiting from waiting in third-party countries to see when they can move here, when they can get the real practical things of life together. And the long waiting time is having such a negative impact that we are seeing so many job offers being withdrawn and so many people's lives absolutely being put on hold due to the delays in this processing system. The other area where it's really impacting is that for employers. And this is quite simply one of the biggest challenges facing the state now as we hurtle brilliantly towards full employment. Much credit to your department and your hard work, Minister. However, there are a number of key sectors, particularly in my own area of South Dublin, where they simply cannot get the staff. And these are good, high-paying, highly skilled areas where third-party citizens from outside the European Union are required to do jobs that either people from the European Union won't or can't. These are in areas such as IT, financial services, the hospitality industry, and so much more. And every day these costs are being put onto the customer because businesses cannot maintain that level of competitiveness, and it's stopping business from expanding and trying to really address the key issue of Brexit as it faces the state. When we're trying to attract the high-level financial services companies, they need to know that they have enough bookkeepers, that they have enough accountants, that they have enough IT professionals to fill that gap. And ultimately, we're not quite there. And the third real aspect that, and it ties into this, is those who are looking to invest in Ireland, who are looking to come to Ireland, be it financial services company, technology companies. They're coming from outside the European Union. They want to set up an office here. They're looking as Dublin, or Ireland more likely as the wider, being an excellent hub or base into the European market with obvious ties to the UK market. And they're seeing that they can't bring key personnel over into their Irish operations. So companies are waiting at least 12 weeks, if not much longer, before they can open their operations because they can't get the work permit for their CFO. Maybe he or she are coming from South Africa or the United States or Asia, but they're waiting. And every day that business is losing the opportunity to open is costing money. It's costing employees their livelihoods. It's forcing many of them to give up their rental accommodation or to jeopardise their chance to apply for a mortgage. I can't stress strongly enough, Minister, how important it is that we get this resolved as soon as quick. And I'm appealing to you and your department, is there a way that we can reallocate resources to speed this up? A lot has been done by your department in terms of changing the remits around work permits and who's eligible, and that's excellent. However, it's still the case that those who need the work permits are waiting too long, and the employers who need the employees are also waiting too long, and I fear that it's having a detrimental effect on what is already a booming economy.
Senator Minister.
Thank you very much indeed, Senator Richmond, for raising this issue. It's a very important issue because I think lots of us as public representatives, either a senator or TDs, confront this problem every day from employers who are in a similar predicament to what you have raised here this morning. And I want to thank you for raising the matter. Ireland's overarching economic migration policy, of course, is to source the skills and the labour needs within the workforce of Ireland and the European Economic Area. Ireland operates a managed employment permit system which maximises the benefits of economic migration while minimising the risk of disrupting Ireland's labour market. And of course, that market is really important to us, as you rightly pointed out, as we come near full employment. In order to work in Ireland, a non-EEA national, unless they are exempted, must hold a valid employment permit. The employment permit section of my department administers the employment permit system. All applications for employment permits are processed in line with the Employment Permits Act and the associated regulations. As the economy improves and we approach full employment, my department has experienced high volumes of employment permit applications in recent months. which has led to some delays in processing applications. I've seen it for myself at first hand, as I said, from employers who are in a similar situation. At the end of September 2018, the total number of employment permit applications accepted was 12,530. That's a 29% increase on the same period for 2017. During this period, the total number of employment permits issued was 9,284, a 10% increase again on the same period of 2017. The employment permit section is working hard to reduce the current waiting times of 6 weeks for applications from trusted partners, who of course are regular users of this service, and 16 weeks for a standard application. And of course it is much too long for somebody that's looking for somebody. I even had one this morning, Senator, and that's looking for somebody in before next week, so it's going to be very difficult. So it's totally unacceptable, and obviously we have to deal with it. We are dealing with it. My officials are proactively engaging with customers to notify them of current delays through emails, meetings and regular updates of the employment permit section of the Department's website. And they are doing that, to be fair to them, in informing people of the situation that's out there. But in order to reduce the processing time, the employment permit section has introduced a number of operational changes, streamlined processes and implemented ICT solutions. Additional staffing resources has been assigned to the section, and that has happened. A fast-track training programme has also been devised, and I can assure you that all available resources are being deployed with the aim of reducing the processing times. I suppose in one way it's a sign of success of our economy that there's so much applications out there for people to come in where there is a skill shortage. Overall, the number of applications awaiting processing is starting to reduce. I can tell you that this morning, as a result of the changes which I outlined here this morning. And I would expect this would continue to be implemented. A reduction in processing times is anticipated in the coming weeks as the changes that are being implemented start to bear fruit, and I expect that to happen as time evolves, because I can see for myself they are getting on top of the situation.
Thank you, Minister. Supplementary, Senator.
Very briefly, Laska Hirlik, I would like to truly thank the Minister for his fulsome reply and the heartening statistics that he's outlaid. And I really do want to acknowledge the efforts and appreciate the ongoing engagement from his department in this area. They've been very open and they recognise that there is an issue here and it needs to be addressed. However, I'm strongly of the belief that as we face into a truly chaotic global economic scene with Brexit approaching and the regressive trade policies of Trump and certain other colleagues on the continent, that Ireland is uniquely poised. We must seize every opportunity, and we must make sure that everyone knows Ireland is open for business, that not only can corporations move here, that really good talent, that the labour we need to staff those corporations can look at Ireland to be an open, welcoming, efficient place to move and to work. We need that talent to come into that country. We need that talent rapidly, and even though there might be a forecasted slowdown, if we truly want to fulfil the aim of being an island at the centre of the world, I think we need to address this issue now and maintain that level of proactivity to hopefully make sure that we can ride out what will be a very difficult economic period. But thank you again, Laska Hirlik.
Thank you, Senator.
Just briefly, I suppose, Cathaoirleach, just to say that we are very conscious in our department of this, and we believe that having an efficient employment permit system is critical in these times in addressing the skills needs that we have in the country, the skills shortage, and ensuring, of course, that the talent we need is attracted into this country as well. I think no matter where you go, and whatever multinational company you're with now at the moment, there are people from all over the globe there. I know I was down recently in Barrow Street, and there's nearly 65 nationalities down in Google. So it's really important that we continue to attract these people in to the country, and that we monitor the situation in relation to the skills shortages out there. And I just want to assure the Senator that with the changes that we've made in the permit section, with the additional resources, doing things a little bit more, I suppose, more efficiently in relation to skills training and computers, we can get on top of the situation. And to be fair to the staff over there, they are working hard, even overtime, to deal with the situation. Very conscious of it. Our reputation is at stake here, and I can assure you that this is crucial for the flow of talent. And I therefore, tell you that my department is determined to get on top of this situation. Obviously, this time of the year, there's always a big flow of our permits, given that we're coming near Christmas and the end of the year. And we are aware of this, and we're also reviewing the criteria for the type of employment shortages that are out there, so that we can get them other skill shortages on the system as well, because this is crucial for us as our economy grows. And you mentioned about trade wars, all these issues out there. We want to be seen as a country that's leading in this area, and where it's a multinational country and where everybody's welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister, and thank you, Senator. That concludes matters under commencement. The message from the Joint Committee on Justice and Equality. The Joint Committee on Justice and Equality has completed its consideration of the following motion. Proposal for a regulation of the European Parliament and of the Council amending Council Regulation EC number 1206/2001 of 28th of May 2001 on cooperation between the courts of the Member States in the taking of evidence in civil or commercial matters, a copy of which was laid before Shannon Éireann on the 6th of July 2018. And 2. Proposal for a regulation of the European Parliament and of the Council amending Regulation EC number 1393/2007 of the European Parliament and of the Council on the service in the Member States of judicial and extrajudicial documents in civil or commercial matters, the service of documents. The sitting stands suspended now until 11:30. Thank you. Thank you.